Everybody, I want to thank you for joining us on the webinar tonight. We have Steve Carnes. We have a lot of other folks that are coming on right now as well. So if you come on late, don't worry about it. We are recording this, and we will get this up on the website so everybody can see it. So let me go ahead and get started here right now. Quick start, and as everybody understands, this is really a way to kind of secure your financial future. We're going to cover a variety of things tonight, but I want to touch on some stuff also that we've been working on because we have seen a very varied group of people that are coming on and finding this to be a way to really make some serious money. We always kind of talk about, is this something you can really work from home? And in fact, it is. You can work from anywhere. I'm a tester of that. I've actually been on the road driving, working and putting this together. We're going to talk a little bit about what QxStart is, which is the opportunity that we have in front of us. And we're going to talk about the product that we are promoting right now, which is Kryptos Communication, and how simply you can earn some money from just selling a smartphone app. The next thing we're going to really kind of do is kind of talk about how, most people really dream big, but they don't have a plan how to achieve it. A lot of people go, all I have is a dead-end job. I've got a dead-end future. I didn't finish school. I don't think I'm smart enough. Let me just kind of jump to the chase. If you're willing to put forth a little bit of effort and apply yourself, you're going to find out that you can make more money in this program than probably anything else out there right now. And I'm talking about Fortune 500 companies and you name it. This is truly a way that you can change your entire life. Now, why is this so different? Well, quite simply, I'm going to put it kind of to this way. This program is really designed to help you grow rich, not the company. And most programs that people get involved with, it's the complete opposite. Can you get paid within days of joining? We've got some folks on the call right now that have literally been paid within days of joining. Some of these programs ask you to take the money that you've worked really hard and made and just reinvest it in the company as a way to kind of expand your earnings. We don't do that. Any money that you make, we send it directly to you. You go out and spend it however you want. The company is not trying to get its hands back on that money. Also, QxStart is operating in all countries but about 5 right now. That's another big thing because a lot of programs that get started up, you'll hear 6 months and 12 months down the road where they're expanding to. We're everywhere right now because of the nature of the product. And most importantly, there's a real need in the world for what we're marketing. So let's take this a little bit step further. I'm going to check and see if Todd's on here right now because Todd is actually a very large earner in this industry. And I don't see he's on yet, so he's probably tied up on another call. But let me kind of explain what I'm talking about. QxStart, since it's open for business, there's been several programs that have come and gone. And there's been a lot of hype surrounding these other types of programs. But what QxStart is doing is it's steadily getting bigger and bigger and bigger right now. And most people, when they get involved in something, they go, when I look in my back end, it shows that I'm making all this money. Well, I'm here to tell you right now that programs that are out there, we really kind of refer to those earnings that you see in the back end as really funny money. Because try to turn it into real money, something that goes in your bank account, something that you can spend, and you're going to find out that's a whole different thing. Now, the program that we're talking about right now, what is really going to be turning all our lives around is a product called Kryptos Communication. And Kryptos Communication is basically a VoIP app that's encrypted 256-bit military-grade encryption. But the developer, the visionary, the person that actually thought this up, put the money up to develop it and everything else is on the call right now. That's Steve Carnes. And let Steve kind of go through and explain this for everybody real quick. Steve, are you on now? Okay. Great. Oh, no, no, I appreciate it, Steve. In fact, I've got a screen up right now. I don't know if you're viewing us or if you're just kind of listening and everything. But, uh, but basically one of the things that I get asked all the time is, why is it that cryptos is able to do this when the government is mandating that all the cell phone carriers and the hardware manufacturers build in back doors so they can listen in? How is it that cryptos gets around that? And, is it ever going to change? No, thanks, Steve. I appreciate it. I'm glad you covered that because, like I said, we're recording this right now, and I know there's a lot of people that go to the website and they pick up these webinars and kind of listen to them at their leisure and stuff. So I wanted to make sure we had all that covered. But also, we're fortunate enough tonight to have Todd Disner on the line, and it was interesting because I actually got one of these magazines and I subscribed to Forbes, and I got their 2015 investment guide, and I've known Todd for a little while now. And Todd is extremely successful in the network marketing industry. And I learned a while back that Todd was also the person that had started Quiznos sandwich shops. And as I'm reading through this Forbes, I see this article on Quiznos, and there's Todd's name there, and I'm like going, huh. And so if anybody picks up the 2015 investment guide on Forbes, just go to page 96, and you'll see a glowing discussion there about Todd and everything. But Todd, are you on now, buddy? Yes, we can. We can. Great. well, well, hey Todd, I know you've been in a lot of programs, and I know that you've really gravitated towards this one because this is truly something that I think you see and everyone else sees that it's a tremendous amount of money that people can make in a short amount of time if they just get out there and talk to a few folks. And I didn't know if you'd like to kind of share with them, some of the growth that you've seen in past programs that you've been involved in. Yeah. Oh yeah, and you know, Todd, a lot of the people that are on this call right now, they are in some way connected to you through the matrix, and you know the efforts that you put forth, you know, you're going to benefit, and the efforts that you do, they're going to benefit as well, and that's what's really so neat about the way this thing is right now. And in fact, next few slides, I'm going to go into some of the money because, you know, we can sit here and talk about it, but you know, when we show them on the screens what is potentially available to them, it just starts to blow your mind. And you know, some of the people on here don't realize that, you know, you've been $1 million earner in these things, and should I say multiple $1 million earners, and it's just it's hard for people to fathom that, you know, to have those kind of paydays coming in. And so that's what's really exciting about it too. So, Todd, I want to thank you for coming on tonight and everything. I know you're a busy guy, and you took out a little time. And like I said, page 96 on the 2015 investment guide, they're talking real nice about you. All right. All right, sounds good. Thanks. And so, all right. So anyway, everybody, I've got the next screen. Why is crypto so important? Let me just kind of cover this real quickly. You know, it's one thing to really want to make a lot of money, but I want you to kind of understand why this is such an important product. And right now, Steve had mentioned earlier that his largest block of people was Christian missionaries. Well, you know, when Steve told me that, I started looking into it and going, why? Why is that happening? And I'll tell you, the Christian missionaries are actually being targeted by these Islamic terrorists. And you know, we can't turn on a TV and not hear something about it. In fact, today, when I was driving in the car, I was listening to the talk radio, and they're saying that the FBI and Homeland Security, and they're talking about everything that is starting to happen over here in this country. Well, these things have been happening to people overseas already, and they found out that their phone is one way that they're being tracked. And using the crypto's communication, they're not going through that normal channel. It is basically a VoIP product, like Steve said. It's just data. It's being encrypted. So it's not going through the normal tracking mode right there. And of course, there adds that level of protection for them. The other thing is that we have people that are on the call right now that are very involved in the civil rights movement. And they too are actually being targeted by our local, state, and federal law enforcement, not because they've done anything wrong, because they want to track their movement. They've been doing this back all the way to Martin Luther King days. This is just something that happens right there. And quite frankly, this type of technology to do this is happening overseas. That's why we're building a huge base of people that are offshore right now. And by the way, folks, all you have to do is look in the sky, because now they're flying planes over that are acting like cell towers with the stingray equipment to capture. And it's not just your voice communication, but it's also all the data off your phone. And last but not least, this is an article that came out in April with Newsweek, basically once again kind of reinforcing the fact that Christians are under attack right now. So what is QxStart, real quickly? Well, let me explain. QxStart is a direct sales company. It has an exclusive distribution rights to the Cryptos Encrypted peer-to-peer voice communication app. This is very important to understand. Cryptos pays a monthly commission to QxStart. What that means is that when you, as a QxStart distributor, sell something, you're selling it directly through Cryptos communication. QxStart doesn't sell anything. When you are purchasing your 10-pack, you're purchasing it directly from Cryptos. QxStart doesn't sell anything. And from that reason, there's a whole host of benefits for QxStart and for you as well. Now, let me kind of explain this real quickly. A lot of people come on as a part-time, but you can come on full-time. You can earn what you're worth. You can spend more time with family and friends. But more importantly, you can bring encryption to the masses. And by doing that, you're going to find out that you're going to live better, you're going to be more financially rewarding, but the people that you help are going to be extremely, extremely grateful for what you're doing. So, Todd had kind of mentioned on this, but if you sponsored 20 people, and that a lot of people go, gee, that's a lot, but I want to use this as an example. If you sponsor 20 people of the 2x3 force matrix, that matrix can grow into a total, because of bonus levels, 4.1 million people. The reason we say 20 is because you could earn $6 off of everybody in your matrix. If you didn't have 20 people, that number drops down to $4. If you could only imagine how big a difference it is, even if it was 10,000 people and there's a $2 difference, that's still $20,000 difference. So that's why it's so important within your first 60 days to try to get as many people as you can to try to hit that 20 and go above. The other thing is that every person that you bring in at a gold level, that's a $50 commission to you, paid the very next week. Unless you get them in on a Sunday, and then it's actually paid within about 2 days on Tuesday. Sometimes it's actually going out on Monday, but the latest is always going to be Tuesday. And that's every person you personally sponsor. Imagine this, bringing 20 people in real quickly, all of a sudden you've got $1,000, and then helping those people to get people in. It would just get very, very large, very, very quick. And again, the top distributors, people like Todd, have said this is the best program to make money they've ever seen. In fact, no one that I've talked to has ever seen a program pay this well. So there's 3 levels to come in. There's the gold, silver, and bronze. Everybody that I've been talking to, everybody that's on the call, has really been focused on the gold level, because that's where the $50 instant commission is. That's where the maximum amount of money is. That's where you're going to make the most money in the matrix, and you want to try to encourage that. Now you go, gee, that's a lot of money. No, it's actually not a lot of money, not to start your own business like that. Now again, the $50 bonus pay, if you just sponsor 2 people per week, that's an extra $100. 5 people in a week, that's an extra $250. We've had people that said, you know what, I'm just going to be responsible to keep getting people in, keep getting people in. If you're one of those people that want to do that, that's great. Let us know, and we'll start working with those people to help them build down, because we want to make sure that if somebody gets in, they know how to be successful and they know how to make money, and we will take that extra effort and help them. But one of the key factors of this program is that when you have 6 people, 6 gold affiliates in here, you basically don't have an auto ship. That means that you're going to get 10 codes every month, but you're not going to be charged that $100. Well, we've been telling people that all along, but in the reality is it still charges you. It's just the system gives you an extra $100 bonus. So quite frankly, if it gives you that extra 100, then it offsets what's coming off on your credit card, so essentially you pay nothing. So that's why we put it in yellow to kind of clear that up for everybody. So again, 6 people, and you don't have an auto ship anymore. Now, this is what Todd was talking about on the matrix, and this is what we've been kind of alluding to. And over here on the side, you see A through G, you see one sponsor all the way down to 20 sponsors. So to kind of blow this up, kind of give you an idea, we went ahead and redesigned this a little bit so we could blow it up for you. With one person sponsored, you could make about $56 a month in your matrix. Now, that's not a lot of money. It's not going to change your life. But what if you had two people? Two people changes it a little bit. That could bring it up to $504 a month in your matrix. And you go, gee, that's not a lot of money. Well, let me tell you, $4,800, because after you pay your $100 per month for your auto ship, $4,800 a year is not bad money. But what if you went and got three people? Three people. Instead of it being $4,800 a year, now we're talking about $4,000 a month. Now that does become life-changing, and that's just with three people. But let me fast forward here a little bit because I want you to see how this changes here a little bit. So now when you get to 6, that's where you don't pay anymore. What if you had 20 people? And this is what we were talking about. At the $4 rate, it's $32,000. But at the $6 rate, it could be $49,000. You see what a difference that could be? It could be quite incredible. Now, I want you to understand that Todd, the gentleman that you was just on here in a prior program, I want to kind of fast forward here for a second, and I want to get to a bigger number here. I'm going to bring it all the way down to 20. Todd, in a prior program, had 1.4 million people in his downline, in his matrix. And I believe he personally put in maybe like 25, but that's what it grew to, and that grew to that in less than a year. Now, if Todd had been on this program, he'd have made probably 10 times the money that he had made in a different one. Life-changing numbers here is what we're talking about. So folks, when you sign up, you're going to get a website. It's going to look just like this. There's a support feature in the site that kind of lets you go listen to the webinars, get PDFs, get business cards, you name it. It's that little gold button right there in the center. It says QxStart Support Site. Whenever you click that, you're going to go to a site just like this. It's going to have tools, videos, all the different things that you need, and that is changing all the time. We're adding more and more stuff. And the webinars, like what we're having tonight, will actually be under that webinar tab tomorrow because we're recording it and we're going to put it up there for you. Now, when you get signed up, you have your back end. There's several menu systems back here, but I'm going to blow up one of them here right here on the side for you. That's where you see your commissions, your genealogy, everything you're going to manage. That is part of the system back here. It's really easy. It's just point and click. And that's another thing that Todd had alluded to, that a lot of programs get started and they don't even have this stuff available. We've got all this stuff available for you right now. We have the tools right now for you to get out there and be successful on this. When you sign up, and I just went in and put Todd's there just for an example there, when you click on the Join Now, you want to see the name of the person that you're signing up under. If you don't see the correct name, get back with the person that's brought you in and get that link and make sure that when you're signing up under the correct person, because to try to change that once you do that, it's very difficult. So make sure you're signing up under the correct person. When you do that, because we pay so quickly, ProPay is automatically signed up for you. Because if you sign up on a Sunday, we want you to be able to get paid on a Monday or Tuesday within 1 to 2 days. So it's very important that all that happens. So check your email, check your junk mail, because there's going to be a message from ProPay, and if for some reason you didn't get anything, let us know over at support. Just go to support@QxStart.com and we will help you out and we'll get it corrected for you real quick. Now, when you go on your back end, you're purchasing Cryptos codes, these activation codes. You're going to actually go to cryptoscommunication.com and sign up an account there. It's free, but instead of putting in a credit card, you're going to use one of these codes that you get back here to extend that membership or extend that service out 30 days. Each code gives you 30 days. So you can place it in, you can extend it out for a length of time. You could create a couple accounts so that you could contact someone and say, hey, download the app. Here's the username I have and the password. I need to talk to you, and I want to make sure that when we communicate that it's just you and I talking about it. That's the whole purpose behind Cryptos Communication. Now, what do you need to do? Really kind of make a priority list. Spend some time browsing the QxStart back office. Watch all the training videos, or as many as you can, at the QxStart support. Make a list of people that need some money. And it's very important. Think about people that need an extra $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. Don't throw the large numbers at them because it's going to be hard for them to really wrap their mind around it. But there's a lot of people out there that $500 would change their life. And that's what I'm trying to tell you is kind of focus on that and then explain to them that every person they bring in is an instant $50 for them, paid every Tuesday. Really very simple like that. So that's our program. Get out there, get with the people that invited you. Remember, this is recorded. It's going to be on the website. It's going to be on there tomorrow. If you have any questions, reach out to us. We're glad to help you. And we want to thank you for joining us tonight. Thanks, everybody.